What's up, everybody? It is Nick from Comfy Nerd, and today I wanted to bring you a very unique and interesting, very budget red deck. So, this deck is going to do some really cool stuff and is extremely cheap, which, if you are interested in this deck, you can pick it up from comfynerd.com. I will put the link down in the description below. So, let's take a look at it. So, first, we got a couple of the Yokomon, which is going to give your Digimon on top at least 1000 DP if you attack into an opponent's Digimon. Now, once you see our level 6s, that's going to be pretty cool. The Koromon, again, we just want to use it to give whatever Digimon is on top 1000 DP. The level 3s are pretty basic. The really important ones here are the Guilmon, is that it? And then the Agumon, because both of them are basically in here, again, to give the Digimon on top 1000 DP. And then the Biyomon and the Monodramon are just there to give us some 2 costs in case we do have to hardcast them. So then going to the level 4s, we play 12 level 4s here. We got 4 of the blockers. We have 4 of the DarkTyrannomons. These are in here because they Digivolve for 1. So in the meta right now, blue is kind of the strongest, and having the low cost Digivolves are really important. Now, the Greymon from the starter deck is the best level 4 to Digivolve with in the game. However, I firmly believe this is a very close second. This is going to give whatever Digimon we Digivolve on top plus 2000 DP. Which again is going to come in handy quite a bit with this deck, and I'll show you why here in just a moment. So moving on to our level 5s, we do have 2 of these, Groundramon. The main reason these are in here is because it's a cheap Digivolve target. That's why we're only running 2. We actually kind of spread out a little bit with our level 5s. So let's go down here and take a look. So we have a couple of the MetalGreymon, and when you attack, these give you plus 3 memory, and then you lose the 3 at the end of turn. This is really interesting because you can do some cool stuff with this. So for example, like let's say you're out 1. You can swing with this, you'll go up to 4. And then you can do something like play out, an Agumon for 3, and that'll put you back down to 1, and then you can play Volcanicdramon if you need to for 11. And so then, yeah, they'll go up to 10, but they'll lose out on getting the extra 3 back. So you can do some really cool, stuff with this if the situation is right. Now, the MetalTyrannomon, this is in here because it's a level 5 with 10,000 DP. I think that is extremely good, especially in this deck for what we're going for, because already with the eggs, you can give it 1. Agumon or Guilmon, you give it 2. Greymon, you give it plus 4,000. So this is literally level 5 with 14,000 DP. Then we have the MetalGreymon. Again, when this Digimon is blocked, you get 3 memory. This was actually played against me recently in a tournament, and it honestly was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. This was actually really good, especially because in this deck, we are playing the Breakdramon, and it has piercing. So if you have this underneath it, and then this swings and it gets blocked, not only does it still hit their security because of piercing, but then you gain 3 memory on top of it. It's a really good combo. I think this is a pretty good card. So then we have the Breakdramon, and this is what I was talking about earlier. So right now, with the eggs, the level 3s, and the Greymon, this can be a 15k with piercing. Think about that for a minute. 15k, basically, you can at least go even with anything in the game right now. You can go even in 1-for-1 with an Omnimon, or if they have out a Phoenixmon, or a Yomon, or what's the green one, Taichi, you can swing into it and kill it. And with piercing, you'll get rid of their Digimon and still check security. It's beautiful. So then we have the Volcanicdramon over here. This is basically, it does give you a security plus 1. It gives you another level 6 to Digivolve into in extreme situations if you really need to. And this also, deletes all their Digimon with 4,000 or less. Just a really good card. Pretty much every red deck needs at least 2 of these, if not 3. So we come down here, and we have the Phoenixmon and the WarGreymon. The Phoenixmon, this is something that most red decks you can probably, if you're playing red, normally you want 2 or 3 of these in there. And then this is the WarGreymon from the deck, the starter deck. these can be taken out. Like if you have the WarGreymon from the from the booster set, you can take this WarGreymon out, maybe take one or two of the Breakdramons out, and put in the WarGreymons from the starter or from the set, and honestly, the deck immediately becomes a lot better. And then we do have a couple Gravity Crush in here. I think this is an undervalued card right now, because with blue you have the Hammer Spark, and so with this it kind of gives red access to something similar to that. The only difference is you get 2 memory instead of 1. The downside is you lose it to at the end of turn, which, I mean, if this is going to help you go for game, it's really good. And that's why it's just the 2 of them in here. And then we have 2 of each Tai. So this Tai is going to give all your stuff security attack +1, and these do stack. So if you have both of these out, that's security attack +2. And then this Tai gives all your Digimon +1000. And again, this stacks as well. So technically, if both of these Tais are out, I mean, you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 6,000 DP that you can give. So at that point, I mean, Breakdramon's swinging for 17,000 with piercing, and that is just disgusting. So, and then on top of that, like, I mean, if you give it to one of these other guys, the WarGreymon has a really good effect where you get extra security attack. So, I mean, he can be swinging for, I mean, what is that, 18,000 at their security, and it'll be security plus a couple. So, this deck, honestly, is probably just a couple Gaia Forces away from being able to at least compete at local tournaments. And then if you at least add in the WarGreymons, I think it has a strong chance to compete at local tournaments. And then obviously the Omnimons from there. But at that point, you're just becoming a red Omnimon. So yeah, if you wanted to stick to this without the Omnimons, just add in some of the WarGreymons from the set, add in a couple Gaia Force, and honestly, you're good to go. I definitely think this is a pretty strong deck for being something as cheap as it is. If you are interested in this deck and you don't have the cards, you can get it here at ComfyNerd.com. For that price, you do get the entire deck plus a deck box, and you do have the options to add sleeves on here as well. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Make sure you like the video, like our YouTube page. We're going to be coming out with more budget builds in the future. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day.